To be able to do the work we're doing today, it's very important that you can break down a subtraction problem into its pieces, into its parts. To do that, first we need to understand that the basic operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And we need to be able to recognize the operation in this problem. The operation in these problems is subtraction. Now, what I need to talk about is the different pieces inside of a subtraction problem. So I'm going to go to my typing tool for this. So the first number is called the minuend. So the 5 is the minuend. The second number is the subtrahend. And then the answer to a subtraction problem is called a difference. Okay, so let's try this again down here. The -8 is the minuend. The -1 is the subtrahend. And then the answer is called a difference. Okay, now let me delete that because I need some more room on this page. And we need to talk about the signs on the minuend and the subtrahends. So let's talk about signs. Take an 8. This is a positive 8. Now we don't normally write a sign on a positive number. You would normally write it like this. So if you see a number like this, you have to know that it's a positive. If you see a negative symbol on a number, then that means that that is a -8. The sign of that number is a negative. You might also see it written like this. So sometimes on the EOG, they'll put the negative at the top, and sometimes they'll put it in the middle. This is actually how you see it very often on the EOG, is a little negative symbol up at the top. Now, let's talk about these 4 examples. So in the first example, the minuend, the sign, you don't see a sign, so we have to know that's a positive number. On the subtrahend, we don't see a sign, so that's a positive. So you need to know that this is a positive number, and we are subtracting from that a positive number. Okay, take a look at the next example. The sign here is positive. That's a positive minuend. The sign on this is a negative. That's a negative subtrahend. And the operation is subtraction. So we're taking a positive number and we are subtracting a negative number. Okay, look at this next example. The minuend is a negative, so the sign is a negative. The subtrahend is a positive. The sign on that is a positive. Well, you don't see a sign, so it's a positive. And then the symbol is subtraction. The operation is subtraction. So we're taking a negative number and we are subtracting a positive number. Look at this last example. The minuend is a negative number. The subtrahend is also a negative number, and the operation is subtraction. So we're taking a negative number and we are subtracting a negative number. So if you understand the parts and you're able to identify the parts, this work today will be a lot easier.